Hello everyone, welcome to BISP Solution. My name is Saad and today I have several tickets which I need to resolve. So I have several tickets and we will do one by one all of the tickets. So the first ticket is this T110 which is saying that data loaded twice for entity C underscore 102 it is required to roll back. So in this scenario it is saying that the data loaded is twice for that particular entity. So it simply means that someone who has loaded the data and maybe the other member of the team maybe have loaded the same data. So now the data is reflecting as double amount with a double amount. So now I will simply tell you how we can just replace and do data load process, and you can load that data and do it correctly over here, and that merge data will be removed. So let me go to application. First I have already prepared a data management process over here. I have imported data. For this here you can see I have created a import format as well for that particular T10110. I have defined all the field mapping. Let me show you the file as well. This is the file that I have loaded. So the amount is this. Someone may have loaded the incorrect data. Now maybe it is showing as 10,000, 5,000 or 10,000. It is loaded twice, so it is showing 20,000 because data is loaded twice for this particular entity. I have taken the entity, this one entity C underscore 101, and these are the accounts. So I will, what you can do, you can simply, it is only the matter of the rule execution. So I have defined the location also. You can see the location over here. I have defined the source as file and target is vision console. So I'll simply go to workflow. So in data load mapping I have defined over here all there are like to like mapping only, and the rule which you need to do here, you need to make sure, this is the main part, you have to import and export in this format only, in replace to replace only. You can select replace and merge, but when the import data you import, that will be replaced, and when you will export, it will replace from the data which is already there. That means the double amount is already there, so it will replace it. If you will take any other things like append and merge, so it will also double your amount. And if you will take append and accumulate, it will triple the amount. This logic works this way. So you need to make sure that replace and replace is selected. Either you can say take in this replace and replace, or you can take replace and merge over here to correct your data which is mistakenly loaded as twice. So I will just replace the both and run. I will replace with the correct amount, which is 5,000 which is has been doubled. So let me just run this rule. Taking a little bit of time. So import is done. Let's see export is done or not. Okay, export is also successful. Now you can see the correct data will be there, 5000, 5000, 10,000 over here, which is there in my sheet itself. So there are several logics you can also try in replace and merge and all other logics. Append and merge you will select, it will also double the amount. This logic also double the amount, append and merge. And if you will select this, so by mistake maybe someone can while importing data also select this append and merge over here, and it will run and that file data will be doubled. So this mistake can also happen, and for correcting this mistake you can just simply again execute the rule and select import mode as replace and also export mode as replace. So now we can see the correct data is there. Doubled amount, earlier was someone loaded data which was doubled. So this is how you can correct this. Now let's just move on to the other ticket, which is T111. Data is sourcing from multiple trial balances. It is required to be aggregated. So this here it is saying that it is required to be aggregated. Maybe for the some reason someone has loaded data in with a minus sign and it is required to be added. So let me just create this scenario. I'll just simply do the changes in this only. Sorry. Let me remove this formula. It is again taking as formula only. Sorry. Again I need to click on this only, otherwise it will always take the formula only. I'm creating this scenario. Someone maybe have creating this scenario. Someone has loaded this file in a negative, but it should be in a positive only. So I will simply change the file. I will delete this file and upload that file. Yes, I have saved this file. Yes, now again I will load this file in a negative. There are two things that you can do that I will tell you after loading this data in negative. DM data load. Okay. So this is my I've uploaded the file, and again I will just execute the rule now. So select as replace. Again I have run the rule. So suppose these are the revenue accounts and the data someone has loaded is been mistakenly loaded in a negative sign, and these data should be in a positive only. So this scenario may exist. Maybe someone wrongly loaded this data for the revenue as negative, but it should always be in the positive amount only. So this mistake can also happen. I have just created the scenario for your better understanding. Okay, let me see in the workbench again. Okay, here you can see the data is showing in negative. So you can, for this solution, you can do two things. Either you can do changes in the mapping, that is explicit mapping, and change the sign, or either you can simply change the sign in the file itself and then upload it, re-upload it again. So there are two solutions for this. Let me show you the explicit one also. You can give explicit mapping and add and you can change the, you just mention all the either I'll show you, I'll simply copy this and it should all be in inverted comma. So you can either select this only and again take in this I'm just showing you all of this here, just copy it, and target you can change, but you need to do it one by one only. I'm just showing you all also. You can change simply the sign. I don't know whether it will take in all. Let's see whether it will take or not, and change the sign over here. Here you can just click, it will change the amount from negative to positive. Either we need to do one by one only. Let's see in multiple also it is taking or not this rule. I will just simply execute this rule again. If it is not taking, then it is you need to take in one by one only. Okay, it is successful. Let me see whether the amount is showing in the positive or not. So it is not changed right now, so maybe it is not taking one account only. You need to do one by one only, like this only. Mention this and this particular account, remove this and just remove all of this. Let's see in one by one also. Execute the rule again. I have saved the mapping or not. The one account is there, which is one. It's only. Either you can do this method, or you can simply change the sign in the sheet itself and upload the sheet again, like I have done. Uploaded the negative sign with the negative sign. You can do with a re-upload it again with a positive sign. So you will get the solution for this particular ticket. or either you can change the mapping. So here you can see one amount is showing in 5000 because I have done the mapping, explicit mapping for this, and I have changed, click on the change sign. So in the source it is showing in the negative only, but in the source is my file only, it is mentioned in negative only in my file. But as I have done explicit mapping and change the sign, so it is showing as 5000 over here. So this scenario may be clear to you all, and either you can change the sign of it, remove the negative sign, and just simply upload this file. And you can change, you cannot change the sign. I have taken the all in positive only with this amount only, and you can upload because this is the sample only, that's why I have done this. So just let's move on to our other ticket, which is cost of sales should be subtracted, but it is aggregating to gross profit. Okay, so in this scenario, cost of sales, so what the thing, cost of sales is subtracting over here, but it's aggregating to gross profit. So someone, let me just create this scenario. So by mistake, maybe someone has taken the cost of sale as this only, as negative. Let me open this gross profit, I'll show you in the smart sheet. So I have created the scenario, and let me open any Excel sheet. I will simply add this account over here and refresh it. Okay, it already have gross profit over here. So here you can see this is sales and this is cost of sales. So sales minus cost of sales should be there. So let me enter the amount for sales now. Suppose this is 2 lakh something, and this I have let me change the sign over here. Okay, 50,000. Zero 700. Okay, so what you can see it over here, I have done the changes and I have not refreshed the database. Let me refresh the database. Okay, So what is saying gross profit, it is adding cost of sales is adding to sales, and in gross profit it is showing as 330, like it is adding the sales amount also and also cost of sales. This mistake can cost and create a big issue, as sales is gross profit comes from sales minus cost of sales, but here it is FCC sales is adding in the cost of sales. Here you can see, and in the gross profit it is showing as 33000. So this issue can arise and create a big problem. As per the accounting standard it is also wrong, and as per the tool it is also wrong. So you need to correct this mistake. So what you need to see is the property of cost of sales. So either you can select is addition or so cost of sales will be in subtraction only. So let me save this. So someone might have selected it as addition by mistake, and this is the problem, big issue it can create. Just by the selecting the wrong property it can create a big problem. So I want to sales will be in addition, let me check it, and this will be in subtraction. So now it is correct. I will just run a refresh database and see whether my issue is resolved or not. Okay, so let me finish this. So let me just check the result again, whether it is subtracting or not. So now we can see the sales. Now FCC sales is getting deducted from the cost of sales is getting deducted from sales. Here you can see, so 2200 is the amount over here, and cost of sales is deducted and subtracting. Now it is showing the correct result. So the change in the property can cause a great problem over here. So you need to make sure whether the property is correct or not. You need to make sure for the cost of sale it should always be subtraction only, as sales minus cost of sales is there for gross profit. Okay, so the other ticket, let's move. This ticket is also resolved. We will now see the other ticket, which is to create new scenario, which is actual versus plan percentage, and validate it. So I have already created this particular scenario, and I will tell you how you can also create this particular scenario. So actual versus percentage I have created over here, and you can add by creating the add sibling over here, or you can create the child of scenario. So I will simply added this scenario, actual versus plan. I have mentioned this name. Alias you can also give actual versus plan. You can give this, and plan type is addition. Okay, but the main thing is you need to do over here is you have to select data storage as dynamic calc, and you have to give this particular formula, because I want to see actual versus plan percentage. So this is the formula I have given over here, and I will simply validate this formula. So the member formula is valid, that means there is no error in this formula. I will simply save this, and now I can see the actual versus plan percentage, which is in this file I have. Okay, let me enter data over here in this particular scenario. 10,000 over here suppose, and 12,000 over here, and you can create some more amount also and see the actual versus plan calculated. Either you can create this opposite as scenario. Let me now take 10,000. Okay, so I'll simply submit the data. I have taken the actual versus plan over here, and this is the actual and this is the plan. So here you can see the percentage over here, so which is minus 17 over here, and for this particular account, so the percentage is minus 17 for actual versus plan, and for this is 20,000, 30,000, this is the 33%, and 20,000, 10,000, which is 100% change over here. So you can see the actual versus plan, and you can simply create the scenario and add the member formula, and simply you can see the actual versus plan over here. Okay, so let me just, so these examples are correct enough, I guess. You can though you can create the scenario and just check the whether the variation between your actual and plan percent, and you can also create without percentage. Also you can see the variance, also you can put a variance formula also in this. So this is how you can create this particular scenario. I have also resolved this particular ticket, which is to create new scenario, actual versus plan percentage, and validate it. So another ticket is to that, which is T115. So it says August data is mistakenly loaded to September month. So someone might have loaded the data in the August data into a September month. So this is cause a great problem. So we need to correct this this data which has been loaded. We need to clear that data. So in our application there is a feature from which we can clear the data. You need to go to overview, okay, so from the actions here you can see clear data option over here. So I need to clear the September month data. For that I have also prepared a sheet also, that let me show. This is the September data, which is actually August data, but it should be loaded in August only, but someone has mistakenly loaded this data into September month. So I need to clear this data over here. So for this I will create over here. So regular type, it is taking scenario which is mandatory, star sign you see. So actual scenario is there. Here is, I will check it again, it is FY15 only. Period is September. Entity is C_131, and data source is, I guess, is data input only. Let me check in the sheet itself. So okay, data input is there and the entity is this only, and okay, all other things are fine. Actual September year is this. Okay, data source is data input. Okay, and rest of the account you don't need to mention, only these are mandatory. But if you want to clear the data for these particular account movement or intercompany multicap, then you need to mention it over here. So I will first simply save this. Okay, data input, maybe it is FCC as data input. FCC as data input. Name Saad. Now I'm writing clear data. This has been saved, and also I will run this. So after running this, we can see the status of this in job itself. So let me go to jobs. So here you can see clear data is completed. So now I will see this data, whether this data is cleared or not. Let me just refresh this. So here you can see the data has been cleared now over here, which has been loaded mistakenly in the September month. So this is how you can clear the data, and we have also resolved this particular ticket, which is August data is mistakenly loaded to September month. Now we will see the other ticket, which is T116, so which says 4100 revenue domestic data input is not allowed to no product member. So what this ticket is saying, that 4100 revenue domestic data should not be allowed for the no product, as there is no sales, so how can the revenue be generated? This is what it means. So I want to lock that particular no product member and this particular account, so nobody can input any data in it. So let me just see, and let me show you the scenario for this. So I can enter data for no product scenario also. Here you can see no product, but in actual, how can be the sales possible without the product? Either it can be service, but here for the no product, when I am selecting, so sales revenue cannot be generated without selling a product. So I just want to log this particular account, which is 4100, and for the no product. So for this we have one feature, which is a valid intersection. So let me open this. So I'll simply open, I can create a valid intersection from here. So I can first, let me give the name no product data input 4100. So save. I will add a dimension first. So dimension I need over here is account, and also product dimension I need, for which I need to lock, and after this I will simply add a rule, which is to add it. I can type the revenue over here and search this particular account. I want to log this particular account, so I will simply select this particular account which I need to log, and the product I will select is no product. So I have to click over has invalid intersection. If it is valid, then it will allow the data input. If it is invalid intersection, then it will not allow any data input for no product and for this particular account. So let me just save this, and I will simply cancel this. So let me refresh this and see whether this data input is not allowed. Here you can see now you cannot enter any data for this 4100 and no product over here. Let me mark this also for better understanding. So invalid intersection, I have taken these two account and I have made it invalid because there it is not possible any sales for when there is no product selected. So if there is product, then sales will be possible, but if there is the scenario you have selected as no product, then number you have selected as no product, then the sales cannot be possible without any sales of product. So I have simply logged this data input for this particular member 4100, which is revenue domestic. So you can simply log this for all other scenario as well, other accounts as well. So I have simply resolved this ticket also. 4100 revenue domestic data input is not allowed to no product member. So I have used in this valid intersection in this, which is there in our application. So I hope you were able to get all of the scenario over here. So thank you so much for watching this, and if you have any query you can contact us on www.bispsolution.com. So thank you so much.